One Piece for me is like a nightmare, okay? Everyone that I know has tried to put me on to One Piece, and I'm just like, it's not for me, man, okay? I read like the first 150 chapters. I'm not fucking with that shit, okay? They keep telling me to wait till like post time skip, give it like another 100 chapters, chapter 500. I'm like, I'm not doing this shit with y'all niggas, bro. They do this all the time, by the way. It's been like years, they still won't leave me alone about it. It's just not for me, okay? But when it comes to having a Shonen Jump crossover display for my collection, I needed a Luffy figure because as much as I like to shit on One Piece for fun, I cannot deny the influence, okay? Without having a complete big three in my collection, it feels very weird, very wrong. So I went ahead and I bought the Romance Dawn SHF Luffy, and we're here to talk about him because, well, I already bought him, so I might as well make a video about him this week, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get into this review, and if you like One Piece, well, I mean, you're probably not very pleasant to be around, and you probably smell, so, Now when it comes to the box, y'all know I'm a sucker for good box art, and I'm not gonna lie, Tamashii Nations did do a really good job with this. Over the top and the sides of the box, it has this pattern of a map going on, a little bit at the bottom as well in the front. Monkey D. Luffy, a picture of Luffy right here, some pictures on the side with this nice red going on, and then on the back you have some poses and then showing off some of his accessories. All in all, very basic, I guess, but I definitely think this one is pretty cool compared to a lot of the other ones they've made recently, especially, like the Deku box. Not really feeling that one, but this box is pretty damn cool. Now getting into the figure outside of the box, okay? Very simple. Luffy's Romance Dawn design is pretty basic, not too much going on, but that does lend well to his articulation because there's basically nothing getting in the way except for one thing that we will get into. Now looking at his clothes, very nice. The 3 buttons on his shirt are pretty cool, silver color, blue shorts. The feet look good, pause. Complimenting another grown man's feet is fucking outrageous, but sometimes we just slip up. Unless you're into that, which, that's very cool as well. But yeah, big ass feet look like mine, low-key, can't even lie to you. Flip-flops are nice, or sandals, whatever you want to call them. I call them flip-flops. And yeah, everything looks pretty good. Hair's black because, it's black. And he has a scar on his face, which looks good. So yeah, overall looks, I have nothing to complain about. Now when it comes to articulation, it is pretty damn good, besides one huge problem for me personally. But starting off with the head articulation, can go down all the way, nothing getting in the way because of the vest, hanging low, which is great, all the way up. Back of the hair hinders it slightly, but you still get all the range you need. Side to side, 360, amazing neck articulation, pause. Arms can go up basically a little bit more than a T-pose. The arms start to pop out a little bit though, for sure, so be careful of that, but they can go right back in. They can go in, not too much, doesn't have any butterfly joints helping him out with that, but good enough, I guess. But if you try to push them too much, the arms will, like I said, pop off there as well. Bicep swivel, single joint with double jointed range, very beautiful. And some standard wrist articulation, which is, you get this with every figure, it's usually pretty good, no complaints. Torso articulation is very interesting, can go back around this much. Front about this much, a lot more than I honestly expected. Still not great because the torso part, they cut it way at the top instead of lower at the bottom and added like another piece, but still works. Can go back like this on the sides really well, so you can get some really dynamic poses, and a complete 360 on the top and lower part of the torso. Very solid range. Now when it comes to the legs, can do a complete split, very good. And moving to the problem with the articulation, this knee system or whatever, I think it's different from the original Luffy's. They added the movable sleeve in the back, which gives him more range, which is cool, but it's still single jointed, man. I feel like any figure, we're pushing 2025, figures still coming with single jointed knees is an absolute no-no for me personally. I'm not fucking with that at all. That's just not great. It definitely takes away a lot from the figure. It's kind of annoying to mess around with. The back pieces can fall off a lot, which sucks. But it is an improvement from the other Luffy's, so hopefully Tamashii Nations goes back to the drawing board and figures something out for this because yeah, it's not great. But moving on to the ankles, regular ankle articulation, toe hinge, very nice detail with the flip-flop not being attached to the back of the foot so it moves, very, very cool. And yeah, overall the articulation is very solid, but those knees have to go, man. They are just not good.
Oh my god, I'm going to get canceled. It's not even funny. I understand. It's not funny.
Now, when it comes to accessories for a $35 figure, I think he basically comes with everything you need besides any sort of accessories for his Gum Fruit abilities, which is a bummer, but they are making an accessory pack, so I guess you could just buy that. And yeah, out of the box, he does come with a pair of fist hands, a pair of hands that are dynamic open palm hands, a pair of hands to hold his straw hat, and one pointing hand, and also a hand to hold his meat. That sounded way less gay in my head. Moving on. Comes with a straw hat, which looks very cool. Does not come with anything for him to wear it, which is interesting, or to peg on to his back or anything, but it does work, and it comes with 2 extra hair pieces, so you can put that on. Very, very cool. Then he comes with 4 face plates, regular standard smiling face, one where his mouth is open but he's happy, a dynamic angry yelling face, and one face where he literally has meat in his mouth. Pause, but like, that's literally what's going on. Leave me alone, okay? He literally has meat coming out of his teeth. Look at this shit, dude. Come on, stop it. Leave me alone. All right, but yeah, the accessories are cool. Like I said, if you want, like I said, the Gum Fruit abilities or any of the, you know, his stretchy powers or whatever, like I said, the accessory pack is coming out. I don't know when. I'm pretty sure sometime next year, early next year. So you're covered on that, and I think it also works with the Wano Luffy as well. So yeah, in terms of accessories, pretty cool. Now for some quick height comparisons, here he is next to the SHF Goku, Denji, Gabimaru, Tanjiro, Ichigo, and Kid Naruto, man. Now honestly, he looks pretty good next to everybody except for Tanjiro, but Tanjiro just doesn't fit in with anybody because they made him super wide and chunky. So I mean, for the most part he looks good, but just Tanjiro just looks very out of place with everybody. But yeah, pretty solid. Now for my final thoughts, he is way fucking better than I was expecting, bro. I was not expecting anything out of this figure. I was just like, he'll look cool with my other Shonen Jump characters, that's about it. But for 35 bucks, he is a solid ass figure, and in general, he's just a solid figure. If you like One Piece, it's kind of a slam dunk of a purchase. You cannot lose. If you don't like One Piece, this is coming from somebody who genuinely does not like the series. It's a very good figure. He's pretty fun to pose, and like I said, he's really cool because he doesn't have a lot going on with him, so you can literally use him for any sort of customs or whatever you want. So I mean, yeah, he's pretty solid. So yeah, new video soon. Please like and subscribe, all that bullshit per usual. And my nigga, I guess I'll see y'all you know, soon. I'm gonna be consistent this year. 2025, we're gonna be consistent, all right? I promise. I'm not lying, most likely.
I put a nut right in her face, right on her dimple. I ain't go to school, but I can't put that white on dental. I point to her boots, she gon' write her name in pencil.